Tom, welcome back to London. It's like you're home away from home at this point. How are we feeling?
Right now, in this very moment, pretty satisfied.
Yeah?
Just had a Nando's.
That's true.
You were there, so let's not fool the viewers. You were there.
Did.
We enjoyed a Nando's together with other people. It wasn't a date.
Yeah.
There were other people.
I tried to make it one, but
yeah, there were other people. Yeah, and had a long training camp.
Yeah.
I've had a long training camp. It's been all over the place. I've been travelling for training, and I'm just ready to fight Saturday.
Are you finding, as you're getting more skilled as a martial artist, that your training camps are getting harder or better, or how do they change?
Well, it depends what kind of person you are, doesn't it? Are you going to be the kind of person like, I'm doing well, I don't need to change anything?
That's true.
Or are you going to be the kind of guy who's like, oh shit, that Curtis Blaydes guy is one scary motherfucker, so I need to do a lot more than I'm doing right now, because that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm definitely training harder. I'm getting smarter as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm not just blasting my body. Obviously, there's days when you have to blast your body, but this is my... I don't know what number fight it is.
15?
Possibly. And 10-ounce fights as well.
The guy who fights them and then the guy who covers them, and neither one of us knows.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore. Anyway, I'm getting to all... It's my 6th UFC fight, I know that.
Okay.
So I'm getting like...
I knew that too, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Really? No. All right. I just about knew it. No. It's my 6th UFC fight, so now I'm getting like... I know what I need to do. I know what sparring I need. I know kind of where I need to work on, what I don't need. I need to work on everything, mate. This sport is ever evolving, and I'm fighting the best people in the world, so I am constantly living in a state of anxiety that I'm not doing enough and the right stuff, so I'm constantly trying to do the right stuff.
I think that could serve you well though, right? Imposter syndrome is a thing, and I think that probably it's a weird way to find motivation rather than just like, I'm going to be the best, but motivated like, fuck, I'm not doing enough. It's still decent.
Well, I'm OCD. I bet you didn't know that.
I didn't know
that. I am...
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Tom Aspinall is an OCD sufferer.
Do you have to do the flip, like 6 times on a switch and stuff?
Yes.
Do you really?
I don't. I'm growing out of it. I'm getting better. But
yeah, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I used to be really bad when I was younger. That's my dad, but I'll tell you about my habits. But yeah, it's a gift and a curse when it comes to MMA. I think it serves me really well because
most left unturned,
rest.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't rest, mate, unless I've done what I feel like I need to do and more. So I feel like it's a gift and a curse.
That's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm diagnosed with OCD. That's true.
Do you tell? This is my ignorance now. Do you take any medication for it? Or no, just.
I do stuff for it. I do like mental stuff. It's not like I'm not one of them people who needs like stuff in. Well, I have a bit though. I do get a bit like that. You know, you need stuff like lined up and that.
Yeah.
Like, if one's out of line, I'm like, I can't fucking sleep. I can't just rest and watch TV when that's out of line.
The world is ending, guys.
No, I used to be really bad though. Like sometimes it was like, if all the curtains weren't folded over like one way in the house, I used to like be getting up, checking them in the night, being like, is that folded over the right way?
Jesus.
But I'm getting better. I'm nearly 30 now. It's about time I leave that behind. I'm like, no. I think it actually helped me a lot when like it's mainly at night that it gets me.
Yeah, well, that's because when you're like resting, your mind's
my
like
mind's
active,
going. Yeah. But when my kids were born, when my first kid was born, I'm like, I'm too fucking tired for this shit. I'm not like getting up, checking the curtains. And he's gonna start crying in a minute. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go to sleep. I ain't checking the curtains.
I don't really get like, obviously I don't have OCD, but the only anxiety I really get is like if I go out and get pissed, I get bad hangxiety the next day, where I like sit there and I'm like, I must have said something to someone.
Yeah.
I've ruined my career, you know. But I don't really suffer from it that much. When you look at the fight with Curtis, as you said, scary motherfucker.
Yep.
I think when it was announced, we spoke, and it's like probably in the heavyweight division, the toughest stylistically for you, because I don't know if there's any other like just dedicated wrestlers like there are with Curtis. Yep. How do you feel the same way? And how has that affected your preparation?
Well, I think it's a good job we're not having a wrestling match because you would definitely kick my ass. Luckily for me, we're having an MMA fight. But he is also very good at MMA as well. A lot of people like to bang on about his wrestling. He's got the best wrestling in the heavyweight division, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. The wrestling side of it has been took very, very seriously. But also, he's good everywhere. This is an MMA fight, so you have to be prepared for everything. And as you said, this is the guy that no one wants to fight. This is the guy that no one wants to fight, and I'm fighting him in a matter of days. And I'm happy to be that guy. Do you know what I mean? I didn't get into this sport to like avoid people or be a pretender and be like, oh, I'm a fucking cage fighter. Everyone be scared of me. Look at me. I've just knocked out.
Look at my ears.
Yeah. Look at that. Don't talk to him. He's a cage fighter. No, it's not. None of that. It's like I have questions about myself.
Yeah.
And I want them answered. I'm looking for answers. I'm open to answers. And can I beat the guy who no one else who else wants to fight? I'm a massive believer in myself. Mm-hmm. But obviously, like I've still got questions. I still need questions answering, and what I need to push me to the next level. But I was going to say something else then, which was pretty good, and I forgot. So
it'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back.
Okay. Well, when it does, this was that thing.
It was pretty good.
Okay.
I've lost it though. Lost it.
Are you surprised it's Curtis and not Ty?
No. The only reason I wanted to fight Ty was because he just beat Derek Lewis, and I think that was like a week or two before. Yeah, and I was just like, oh, he's like got a lot of wind behind him. I've got a lot of wind behind me, and not like that. Not like that. But then so I just thought, oh yeah, two like up and coming guys. Let's like I just thought it made sense. I just thought it's an easy matchup. They'll definitely go for that. But did they go for it?
They did not.
No, they didn't. But I remember what I was going to say now.
Yes, let's go.
When I fought Volkov, on paper, massive mismatch.
Yeah.
In his favour.
You think so?
Yeah. Come on, mate. He had at the time I fought him more knockouts than I had fights. That's a fact. Google it.
I will.
Yeah. And now I'm fighting Blaydes, and Blaydes, I think this is his 17th UFC fight. This is my 6th UFC fight, and he's been in the top. I think I read some stat, he's been in like the top 7 or 6 for like 5 or 6 years. Something ridiculous like that. And I've only been in the UFC 2 years. Mm-hmm. So yeah, on paper, massive mismatches in their favour.
It says a lot though that people don't think it's a massive mismatch. It says a lot about your ability and what you've shown already.
Yeah, okay.
Did you know, here's another stat, you have had 0 seconds on the ground, on bottom, in the UFC.
But I'm alright with being on bottom, you know.
Yeah, well, aren't you like a slick jiu-jitsu guy?
Well, that's why everyone's like, oh yeah, he's good on the ground. I'm like, he's got a good, really good takedowns. I'm like, take me down, he's fucking doing me a favour.
Yeah.
I'm alright on the ground, you know, I've been grappling all my life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good off my back as well, like I'm completely comfortable off my back.
Is there any part of you that's like, I'm going to fucking sub him off my back? We haven't seen that in the heavyweight division since your mate Frank.
Frank Mir?
Yeah.
Have you seen his arm?
Which way? What about it?
He's dead skinny.
Well,
seen it on the video? Yeah, he's got like atrophy in his arm.
That happens to a lot of guys, you know. Bass Rutten.
I didn't really know what that was until I seen the video. I'm like, I don't really know.
I met Bass Rutten and I'd always heard about his arm, and then I saw it, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, his arm's like forearms, no legs, it's like wrist size up there.
Fuck.
And I seen some video and he was like, oh yeah, it's looking a lot better now. And I'm like, what was it like before?
Look forward to that.
Yeah, I don't want that.
But do you think about subbing him, or are you just like, fuck it?
I think I'm one of the most dangerous finishers in the UFC. That's my honest opinion. I think I've got subs and finishes from all over the place, but no one's. I mean, just look at my record. Like I've got different knockouts and submissions from all positions and angles. So different strikes, different subs, and all that. And there's a million things. I keep banging on about it in interviews. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm like, there's a million things that I've got that people haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a surprise. But then, if I keep telling people it's a surprise, it's not that surprising. So
can you please get him in a triangle and go surprise?
I'll be honest, triangles off the table. I'm shitting at triangles. Curtis is watching this. He's fucking don't bother about the triangle. It's not happening.
You should do what Fury does and just say one answer one way, and then the next time someone asks you it, just answer the complete 180 degrees of what he said.
Yeah, I think I'll start doing that. I wanted to. Yeah.
Well, obviously you've been advised by Chael now.
Yeah. Chael's a good guy. Yeah. I like Chael.
How much of an influence has he had on me in this camp?
Yeah, me and Chael, we speak pretty regular, a few times a week. He should be here tomorrow for media day.
Oh really?
Yeah. So what day is it today? Tuesday. Yeah, so media day tomorrow. Nice. He should be here for media day. I spoke to him today. He said he's getting his stuff ready and that, so he should be here tomorrow.
Good stuff. I like Chael.
Yeah, good guy,
He
mate.
speaks highly of you as well.
So we should.
Yeah.
So we should. Me and Chael are like that. We go way back.
Yeah.
So
people don't know that. I spoke to Chael.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
say?
Well, I'm not one of them people who like. You know, I've got a fair few high-profile friends and whatnot.
Oh,
yeah, I do actually. And
Mark Coleman, big fan.
Mark Coleman, yeah. Me and Mark.
GSP liked you?
GSP, yeah. But I'm talking, I know a few actors and that, footballers as well.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. And you don't see me going posting about it and shit. I'm not that kind of guy. My private life's my private life, so.
I appreciate it. I can respect that.
Me and Chael, we've been, you know, like that.
Lovely.
For a long time. And I'm not going to start banging on like, oh, me and Chael
Yeah.
you know, me and Chael
You don't need
speak
to
all the
say
time. I don't need to say it. We've got a thing going. We speak all the time. He gives me little tips. And, I don't need to speak publicly about it.
Nice. And I guess with the grappling, he's a great wrestler. Curtis,
Great wrestler.
When you look at, you said about like, I've got questions about myself. Before the before the last fight at the OT, you were like, I don't know how I'm going to behave and react in front of a live crowd. Had that question answered, went pretty well. Are you now? Is that like the type of buzz that you're like, I need that every fight? Like,
Yeah, I need that again.
Yeah.
Like, I need that. That's good. I got superpowers with that.
Yeah.
Me scared and me with that crowd.
Yeah.
Two dangerous things.
Yeah.
I always say, you get me scared, you're going to see the best version of me.
Have you made the ringtone of your phone yet?
I was singing it I think I've just stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's starting again. So.
Okay. For the fans at home, I pitched him. I was like, I can make other football chants, I can make other football chants with your name, and he told me, I'm not singing that fucking shit.
No, I'm not. I'm not really. See, I didn't really know that was a football thing, to be honest.
I don't think actually that one is.
I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. No. I don't really follow football, but.
You've been hit by. You've been touched by Tom Aspinall. Dun 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 dun.
You won't catch me singing that.
Okay.
No, definitely.
I'm gonna be there, fucking with like.
Well, you do it. I told you they're bringing megaphones on Wayne Day. Get a megaphone.
Yeah.
Will they let me in with a megaphone? I don't. They should do.
They'll let you in with one. I don't know if you can.
Doing someone else's voice.
Are you expecting like you said, you're one of the most dangerous finishers in the sport? Do you go in there like, I'm going to finish Curtis?
Absolutely not.
No.
No, mate. I've done that before.
Oh.
Good luck not gassing doing that. Great, like best of luck with that. No, if you remember my fight with Arlovsky?
I do remember
that one.
Yes.
Weren't bad, that was it?
It was
that was
a good
all
fight.
right.
You loved that fight.
And that bugger punched me straight in the eyeball, and I couldn't see half of that fight as well.
Yeah.
It didn't pull me. I'm not. He punched me in the eye, but I couldn't see.
You love winding Andre up.
No, I don't. I do not. I absolutely do not. But yeah, that fight, I thought I had him finished. I had him hurt, and then I got a bit keen on the finish and threw 56,000 punches at him, and they were all shit. So I don't really. I'm not doing that again. Yeah. No, that's not the first time. Mate, in my amateur fights and my early pro fights, mate, I'd just be going for the finish the full time. It's like doing a frigging sprint for 3 rounds or however long you can't be doing that. I'm way. Mate, if the finish is there, obviously, I will take the finish.
Yeah.
But I don't go in I'm going to finish him in a minute. I don't do that.
I'm going to land this fucking way.
Mate, because you know when you're trying to finish, first of all, you're putting way too much effort in. And you're just forcing.
Yeah. You're making more openings for yourself.
I'll give you an analogy.
Go on, please do.
That Peter Fury, the great Peter Fury, gave me years ago. Because I was always going for too many finishes and that, and wading in, looking for finishes. He said, when you've got a key and you're in a rush and you're trying to shove your key in the door and you're get it in, we need to get whatever's inside quick. Yeah. Or I need to get out as quick as I can, and it won't go in. Yeah. He said, when you just put it in, turn it. Yeah. You just slide it in, turn it, open the door, get what you need and go. And,
that's a good analogy.
That's since stuff like that resonates with me really well. Yeah. And I'm lucky enough to have some really, really good people around me. Because with me, the mental side is equally as important as the physical side. So stuff like that resonates with me really well. If you win, your name's going to be in title conversation. Even though I know that you fucking hate that sort of thing. Maybe. I don't know. It will. Well, I don't care about that shit. It's either that or you're fighting Cyril or Ty. Yeah, maybe. You're going to go to France and get in the cage and fuck, go on in. Who's having it?
You fucking want it?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'll go to France.
Yeah. I'm
I
going and I don't really
Are you going
want
to France?
I am going to Paris, yeah.
You're slightly racist against French people, aren't you? I've noticed that over the years.
Are they a race? Nationality?
What's that other word when you're not? It's not race, but it's.
I'm bigoted.
No.
I do, actually, let's
No,
clarify. I'm not bigoted.
There's another, like, if you was to call a Welshie something, like, it's not racist, but it's another word. It's got a word.
I know the word and I can't figure it either.
I can't
It's like 9 o'clock at night. I'm quite tired.
What past that? What past that?
If I am, so is everyone else. Everyone, like loads of people.
I like the Frenchies, honestly. I like Frenchies.
Well, then you'll enjoy Paris.
Yeah, I've been to Paris before. I got robbed, actually, last time I went. Maybe I don't like them that much.
I actually don't. I've been to France. The school trips I had there.
Yeah, that's when I went.
Yeah, you got robbed when you were a kid.
I was on a school trip, yeah.
Mate.
They had like rugs. They had like rugs set up on the floor, you know, like they were selling shit. And then apparently the people who, the pickpockets work with the people who are selling shit. So when everyone's like bending over looking, someone just shoved their hand in your pocket.
I mean, to be fair, the school trips we went on, we all behaved like fucking animals as well.
What, in the private school?
How do you know I went to private school?
Did you actually? Did you go to private school? Oh, that was a wild guess. What I just knew it.
It's a double barrel.
You've got that aura.
I've got that aura.
Yeah,
oh,
you do.
Dear, oh dear.
You need a briefcase. Briefcase, my God.
I can promise you they wish I didn't go to private school. But when we went, it was like, I remember the kids we'd go to a sweet shop. They would go to a sweet shop. I obviously didn't do this. And they'd be like, what's that at the back? And the guy would turn around and they'd just be grabbing all the shit and running out with it.
Well, the Frenchies.
No, this was the English kids doing it.
Oh, that's why they don't like you.
Well, okay, I mean, maybe they have a point.
Private school bastards.
I know.
I knew you got to private school. I knew it. Was it all boys?
No. No, there was plenty of women to reject me. Don't worry.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, no, that was a common factor. But yeah, like I think that's you versus Ty, UK Australia, you versus Cyril, UK versus France. Could get fucking have it in December during the World Cup. Let's make an event of it.
I don't know why you're telling me all this shit. I'm not interested.
Okay, that's fair. Well, thanks, Tom.
Doesn't interest. No, you know what interests me?
What?
Curtis Blaydes.
Curtis Blaydes. Are you good at that? Like not looking ahead?
Yes, I am. Because
do you have to make yourself do that, or is that natural?
No, I don't have to make myself do that. I think it's like pretty much suicide. How am I going to like?
That's fair.
What am I going to do? Think, I'm going to fight for the title if I beat this guy.
Mm.
Well, I've got a really tough fight on my hands on Saturday night.
This is true.
He's by far the best opponent I've ever fought, so I can't just think, I'll just push him to the side. I just go, see you later, Curtis, this will be an easy one. I'll fight for the title next, or fight Cyril and Ty or whatever. I'm not bothered.
Do you think the crowd will affect Curtis? Do you think it affected Volkov?
I don't know, but it's wild.
Yeah.
And I think it can affect you. I don't know if it affected Volkov, I don't know if it'll affect Curtis. But it's something that you need to take into account when you're fighting on UK soil against a UK fighter. Or if you are a UK fighter fighting on your home soil, you need to take it into account because it's way different.
Yeah, I feel like someone said earlier that Curtis is like doesn't care that it someone says like, it's easier for him to fight here than it is like at his home.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's basing that on fighting places in America that aren't his home, not like.
I don't know. I think he fought Mark Hunt in Australia, but
that's a good point.
We ain't Australians. You can't say.
They're nicer than us.
They're lovely, aren't they, Australians? I do like them.
I like Australians.
They're very charming.
They are.
But it's wild over here. Absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Will it affect him? I don't know. He says it won't, so maybe it won't. Who knows? Only he knows. I don't know. I mean, it's one thing sitting here on Tuesday night and thinking, that's not going to affect me.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
When I'm over there dancing about in front of him and there's every time I get a punch close to him and everyone goes, oh! Well, that might affect him.
How many times have you watched that last fight?
Not many. Probably.
Really?
Probably 7,000 or 8,000 times.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just
not that many.
Yeah, just on repeat. On repeat all the time.
I've watched it a good few times, yeah.
It's fun. It was a fun night.
It was a great night. Yeah. Amazing night. And I'm pretty content that I'm never going to have a performance that good again.
That's good.
Don't get me wrong, I could walk out Saturday night, I could knock him out in 3 seconds. Mm-hmm. He could do the same to me. This is heavyweight MMA. You've got to take this into consideration. But I'm talking about performance. Like it was a complete shutout on every level.
Yeah.
kicks, punches.
And it was cool that you had the stuff that you'd been doing in training.
Yes.
That you pulled off in the fight as well.
Yes, there was a lot of stuff that worked really well that I practiced in training a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realise, because I'm not like a motivational speaker. I'll sit here and be like, follow your dreams, look where I've come from, and all that shit like everybody does.
Yeah.
But
Use the pain I've had.
Yeah, no, none of that shit. But mate, I train hard as fuck. Like, people, anyone who's ever trained me will tell you, like, I am mad dedicated and put like crazy work in the gym. And say just because I'm not making reels of where they have someone's
the disgust in your voice.
Yeah, I'm making reels with like a motivational speaker over the top.
I actually hate that.
Yeah.
At the gym, I train it occasionally. Like someone gets to Spotify, and instead of playing music,
they play
motivational speeches.
Yeah, we are talking about Las Vegas though.
Yeah.
Don't think you get that in like Lee. You know, I know you don't know Lee, but people on this will know that wouldn't go down well in Lee.
Yeah.
Someone would be like,
it's always some mad cheesy American accent.
Yeah. It's
not about how many times you get hit.
Mate, I listen to that shit sometimes.
I like listening to it, but not when you're working out.
Not really. But I get it. Whatever gets you through.
I feel like you'd be focusing on the words anyway. When you look at the fight itself, do you have a vision of like, okay, if it's going to end, it will likely end this way?
No, I surprise myself.
Completely.
I surprise myself every time I get a finish. I'm like, oh, that finished him. Oh, that was good. Like, you know, even mate, that submission that I got on Volkov, I get that submission all the time. I've been getting that submission for like 10 years. I love that submission. But if you would have asked me, would I get it on Volkov, I'd be like, nah, definitely not. But
you kind of like, I feel like you, and it's a good thing, like you make your opponents like, no, this person's probably better than me. Like, I've got to really do well to get something out of this. Like, you make them like an obstacle almost, you know?
Of course, because I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm just not the kind of person who's like, I don't know. Like, obviously, I really hold myself to high regard. Like, I really think that one day I'm going to be the UFC heavyweight champion of the world. Truly believe it. But at the same time, I'm like, anxiety fuels me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really fueled by like being scared of if I'm not scared, I'm not going to take it.
Is it scared of being hurt or failing, or what's the fear of?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, both. It's not. It's not a very nice thing to get knocked. Well, I've never been, and hopefully I won't. But to get knocked out in front of millions of people, I want to do that. I don't really.
But
want
on
to
the cobbles on a Friday when nobody's watching.
Well, that has happened.
Yes, me too. I'm excited for this fight. I think it's going to be a good one. Are you looking forward to... Okay, give me what are the top 3 questions you're going to get asked this week? Give me
you know what? The UFC media, they seem to be getting a bit better. I don't know. I
disagree.
I'm getting like more comfortable.
Yeah, I think that's...
Because you talked about like imposter syndrome and that before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I did suffer with a bit of that, and I probably still do.
That's a healthy thing, though.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm like... I don't know, at first I was like, first of all, if I don't know you as a person, I don't know why I'm asking about that.
Yeah, leave my phone.
Is that your phone, is it? Yeah, first of all, I'm not like, I've always been like the shy guy who's like dead timid. That's always been like me.
As you hulk over everyone else.
Yeah. So like, unless I know you pretty well, I find it, even now, as like a 29-year-old man with a house.
Still blows my mind that you're younger than me, by the way.
Yeah, well.
And yet so much more mature.
Yeah. Well, maybe in some way, but either way, still, I've always been like the shy and timid kid as I was growing up, and still, when you put me in front of like loads of people and start asking me questions, I still like sometimes feel a bit like that shy and timid kid that I was when I was like 12 years old, and everyone's like, "Well, answer this," and like only now am I getting a bit more like, right, this is part of my job.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just gonna, because I'm really like against acting like. How deep are we going here? We're going pretty deep.
Go pretty deep.
Right, we can go deeper.
We haven't touched our tea, but you can go pretty deep.
Right, we don't need to touch it.
Okay.
But
yeah, go deep.
Like, it's took me a long time to become like content with myself as a person.
Of course.
Like I say,
that's part of growing up.
Late 20s now. For most of my 20s, I'm like, I was almost like, sounds pretty sad, but I think a lot of like young men can resonate with it. It was almost like trying out like different personalities and see which one like fits me. I was like, oh, am I like the loud and cocky guy, or am I like the quiet, mysterious guy? But then, you know what? I feel like
that's so true that people do.
Yeah, that was
true.
me. That was me,
Yeah.
and I'm fine with saying that now because I feel like I'm beating around the bush big time. But it took me a long time to like be happy and content with myself, and I don't want to like now start acting like someone else just for like media or views or viral stuff. Because now at like the age of being late 20s and where I am in my life, I'm like, you know what? I'm happy with the person I am, and I'm happy with how I carry myself, and I'm happy with the way I act towards people, and I don't want to change it because just now I'm like feel like I'm getting into my own, and I don't want to like just start changing all that shit.
That's an interesting thing, right? Because I think that's something that people can resonate with. Like as a teenager, it's a fucking write-off because it's a minefield. You know, everyone's a miserable teenager. No, and then you sort of leave school and then you go out into the world of work and you kind of try and change your personality. Like, okay, well, I wasn't cool at school, so I can try and do this. And I think you're right. People almost put on characters. They almost or they'll watch a film and be like, "Fuck, he's cool. I'll try and be a bit more like that. I'll dress like that guy and stuff." That's super true. I didn't think about that, but I'm sure I did that too.
Oh, I think everyone's done that. Like, it's difficult, especially these days with like the whole Instagram and shit. It's
now you have. You're like publicly viewed from like 10, so you can't change personality because everyone's seen you already. And mistakes can be held against you.
I'm trying to I'm happy with who I am.
Yeah.
Like I'm content with who I am. Trying to improve myself mentally, physically, spiritually, and all that, and emotionally, and all that other bullshit that people talk about.
You hate you start clamming up.
Hashtag live, laugh, love. What is it what people have? Live, laugh, love that people have in their house.
What was the worst phase you went through?
Oh, I've been through loads of phases.
I used to wear leather trousers.
Oh yeah, I've done all that.
Really?
Maybe not leather, but I went through like a rocker phase.
Yeah.
Listening to like Limp Bizkit and shit, and I thought it was like, I used to like try and skateboard, and that was like.
I skateboarded one time, broke my leg. Yeah. In France.
Oh, did you really?
Yes, I did.
On a school trip?
No, I was there on holiday.
Yeah, it's not great skateboarding. Well, I mean, it's brilliant. Paul Craig, he knocks about.
Is he a big skateboarder guy?
Yeah, he loves his skateboard, I think. I've never actually asked him about it, but you know me and Paul Craig have been doing a sneaky bit of training, don't you?
Yeah. How is it, big Paul?
I like Paul.
Good
guy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Smart guy too.
Smart guy. Great jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, can he get triangles? Can he do triangles?
100% he can triangle. This is something I've learned about old mate Paul over here. Doesn't matter who he's fighting, he can triangle. You can beat anybody.
Yeah.
Like that last guy he fought at Nikita Krylov.
Yeah.
He's fighting Gustafsson here. He's fucking really good.
Yeah.
He's really good. Paul Craig triangled his ass. I think I'm interested. I'm invested in that one. Who's going to win, Gustafsson or Krylov? I don't know.
Do you pay much attention to the other fights on the cards?
No. In a word, I'm a selfish guy. The only real divisions that I follow are heavyweight. I know everything about most heavyweights.
Absolutely true.
Yeah, I need to follow that.
I usually get a text. Someone's always fighting on this card, isn't he?
Yeah, they're the only ones.
Ask them about me.
And then who else? Well, I watch a bit of light heavyweight as well.
Yeah.
I don't really like the smaller weights.
Oh,
like the other day, I watched Jack Shaw fighting Ricky Simone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, fuck, these guys are too good. I don't.
But then Matt Schnell's a flyweight, and that fight was unbelievable.
Who's that?
Matt Schnell.
I didn't see that fight. I seen it was like a bloodbath though.
It was just like the second round was like crazy back and forth.
Right.
But I think the lighter weights, you're a bit of an exception to the rule because you're obviously very technically good. But I think like the lighter weights traditionally are more technical. The camera has a limit on the time.
30 minutes.
Yeah, he is. So you're saying that you're not a light heavyweight?
Yeah, but people are always like seeing me on pictures and like, he'd be great at light heavyweight. I'm like, I would never make light heavyweight, man. Natural weight.
Deceptively big.
Yeah, people don't really realise, I don't think.
I forgot until I saw you today. I was like, oh, fuck.
I think when people see me, especially when they see me move and stuff, they think, oh, he's not that heavy.
Yeah.
Right, I'm a big dude. Yeah. People don't really realise how I'm a large guy.
I just think of Tanner Boza. He's always asked if he can drop down to light heavyweight.
Yeah, Chris Dawkins as well.
Hell yeah.
In my opinion, he should maybe think about dropping down. I don't know. It's difficult to say, isn't it? I don't know how them guys feel. I don't know what them guys walk around.
I know Tanner Boza doesn't love it because I brought it up to him and he
if Tanner doesn't love it, then he shouldn't do it.
There you go.
In my opinion. Same with when you said Tanner Boza being a small heavyweight, I just automatically thought of Dorcas.
Dorky baby.
Because he's a bit of a small heavyweight, but
maybe there's periods of MMA. Maybe now it's the smaller heavyweights are going to start making a rise.
You never know.
You know.
Like I say, who am I to say you need to drop to light heavyweight if them guys feel good at that weight?
Yeah.
Let them do what they want to do. Let them be who they want to be. If they're happy with it, go for it.
Good stuff. Right. I don't want to wrap up on Chris Dorcas and Tanner Boza.
I go on, wrap up something. It's going to be fight related, isn't it? What's your prediction? Don't ask me that shit.
That's so that.
No.
Okay, I won't go on.
Here's my favourite thing that people say to me in the street.
Go on.
So last week I was running, got the headphones in. Someone shouts something out the window. So I just think they're shouting support.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks mate.
Rocky.
Anyway, goes past again, beeping. Beep, 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 beep. I'm like, didn't really realise it was the same car. Going a bit further. Took the headphones off, got the headphones in. You better fucking win next week, I've got 200 quid on you. I'm like, yeah mate. Will do, just for you.
I got you, baby.
I'm going to try and win just because you got 200 quid on me.
Okay. Well, that's how it ends. Tom Aspinall is going to try and win this fight because you bet money on it.
Don't bet on heavyweight MMA.
Yeah.
Ever. Most unpredictable sport in the most unpredictable division in the world. Don't do it. That's my betting advice right there.
Bet safe or whatever it is. What's that?
I'm not sponsored by anyone like that, so I ain't saying no one.
I'm trying to remember the slogan. Is when the fun stops, stop. That's it.
What, when you run out of money, stop?
Or until you're robbing from people to food it, I guess.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. We'll end on that then.